Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for January. I hope everybody is doing well. Happy New Year. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Pisces out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. We're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at January week by week, all the way up to the end of January. As always, Pisces, please don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? What would you like Pisces to know for January? All right, so Pisces, you're starting out with the Death card in reverse, something that may have ended. You're still emotionally attached to this, or you feel like it's not over, it's not complete. Why? Well, because it's crossed by the Ten of Pentacles. You still feel like you could have everything with this person. There's a sense here of feeling at some point, or feeling like towards the future, that you will have it all. There's the loyalty, there's the happiness, there's the happy couple, there's family, friends. It's like bringing it all together. You know, your money looks good. So you're very hopeful about whatever this is. So let me see what's happened here in the past. Show me what happened in the past for Pisces. I do feel like you are very much surrounded by supportive friends or family. All right, so in the past, we have the Knave of Cups. That's a new relationship. Yeah, so in the past, there's something to do with a new relationship that you were looking at, that you were thinking about. So is it that's not over, or we'll clarify it. We'll clarify it. Let's see why all this is happening. Seven of Swords. So there's somebody who's been lurking in the past. So are you in another connection, but there's something here that ended, but somebody was lurking in the past. Somebody here, because in this particular deck, if you notice the Seven of Swords, like this person is hiding out. It's not necessarily just deceit. Now this person that's been lurking could be a little bit deceitful. I definitely feel like they were a bit cutting at times, but for me, this is somebody who is kind of hiding out, because see how they blend in with the surroundings? Yeah, there's a sense here of somebody blending in with the surroundings, still, you know, watching you with somebody new is what I'm seeing, because they're looking in that direction. So we'll clarify again. I don't know what's happening here. You've got a lot going on, Pisces. Let me see what's on your mind. Show me what's on Pisces' mind. There could have been some sort of deception. There may have been deception with this new person, that something could have ended, but you're still emotionally attached. All right, so on your mind, we have Temperance, healing. Could be a Sagittarius that you're involved with, but this is healing energy. This is emotional balance, bringing together all the elements in order to bring healing into the energy. Let me see. Show me January for Pisces. All right, so we have the Knave of Pentacles. Okay. All right, so that's an ending. That's an ending with somebody new for some of you. So I see you involved in the recent past with somebody. I see also somebody else that you've had an ending with hanging out in the background. This is somebody you were either married to or in a long-term connection with. And this person has been hanging out. They were watching you. And you want to heal that, because we go straight into healing. This person, the newer person, it looks like there's possibly an ending here. You've had an ending with someone new, but I also feel like there's a lack of communication. And I'm not sure if it's with that person from the past or if it's with this person who's been hanging out, or both. Let's see how you're showing up. All right, you're showing up as the Fool, okay? So you're showing up here with a new beginning. This is a new beginning. This is you having, you know, everything you need to open doors, to have a new beginning. But you may feel like it's a little bit risky because you were dealing with somebody here in the past that was a little deceptive. So you feel like this is rather risky. All right, so the energy coming towards you is the Ace of Swords. That is clear and honest communication. Yeah, that's good. All right, so let's see Spirit's advice for Pisces. Ten of Cups in the reverse. So Spirit is advising you regarding a situation that you've been unhappy with. Okay? Yeah. It's like you're reaching for that rainbow. You're reaching for the happiness. But it seems to be a little elusive to you. Show me, or it has been anyway, show me the outcome at the end of January. Ah, the Lovers. So this is you coming together with somebody who may be very different from you. I'm seeing somebody who is, there's vast differences in who each of you are, and yet you complement each other. They keep you grounded and you keep them from becoming too static. This is also a soulmate card. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. That's underlying energy. And that does indicate a resolution to problems that you may have been carrying for a long time, problems that were weighing you down. And this is indicating, underlying everything, that these problems are now resolving for you. So let's clarify your reading, Pisces. Spirit, why is, what is this? Oh, the Death card. Okay. Why is the Death card here in reverse for Pisces? This person from the past could have been somebody that you were playing games with, or they were playing games with you. There's almost like this, this energy of game playing that's here. All right. Oh, you had conflict with this person. You might have even felt like this person was narcissistic, or you could have been in your ego. There's conflict that's here, though. You had some pretty severe conflict with this person. It wasn't just a little. Let me see why the Ten of Pentacles is here. The Two of Pentacles. You're weighing up the pros and cons of whether or not you can have it all with this person, if there can be stability, if this can be balanced out. You might be a little conflicted in your mind about this. Show me why the Knave of Cups is here. The Empress. Yeah, you know your value. You know your self-worth. So in the past, you were attracting and bringing to you love. New love. And I do feel like you did get that. However, it does look like that has ended recently or will in January. So there's this energy of you being highly abundant, highly like prosperous, and a good manifester. You have been able to manifest financially for yourself, manifest, you know, definitely love. There's new people in your energy here in the past. And I do feel like you're seated in your own value and self-worth. So your energy is high vibrational. And then we see someone that you may have had a difficult relationship re-emerge. And now you're at this point where you have to make a decision. I feel like you're a little conflicted about it. Can you have everything with this person or no? So let's look at this Seven of Swords. This person has been lurking in the background. They've been unhappy. They've been watching you attract everything that you want, and they've been unhappy. They've been unhappy about it. So this person can be a little bit deceptive. It could be they're even deceptive with themselves. They may be deceiving themselves about their feelings. Again, it's that lurking energy. Let me see why Temperance is here. Show me. Okay. So you've worked a lot on yourself, Pisces. You have the Strength card. You've been working on yourself. You've been addressing your own issues. You've been healing yourself. And so you're very focused on that. You know that you have to have the courage to continue to work on self, to continue your own healing. And that's where your focus primarily is. So that's positive as well, and that's likely what puts you in this Empress energy. So now let's look at January. Show me January. Ooh, so there's some chaotic energy that's here. Be careful with that. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just chaotic. And a lot of it. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did I even say that? We have the Knight of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Four of Cups. Four of Coins reverse. Six of Wands reverse. And here's the thing. There's a lot of this energy. It's not only chaotic. There's a lot of it. So just be aware of that. All right. We have the Chariot. We have the Three of Swords. The Knight of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, I love that the Wheel of Fortune came out, at the end of the month. Okay, so I do feel like there's somebody here that you have not been talking to, or you're not talking to. I definitely see that there was somebody here in your past. Looks like a newer person that you had attracted, you had brought into your energy. I do see that ending, likely because of this person here in your background, because you're now trying to make a decision. You could be trying to decide between this past person, this new person, and this past person that's been here. This would have been somebody you had a long-term relationship with, or possibly are married to, or were married to. Now, I do feel like you will be ending things with the newer person in your energy and going into non-communication. They're going to offer something towards you, but you're going to turn them down. In the first week, I do see that somebody that you have feelings for, but you've been holding those feelings back. I see you having a passionate new beginning, very passionate new beginning. I see there's love here, there's passion. I do feel like there's gonna be, a coming together in the first week of January. So there is definitely love and passion coming in your life in that first week. However, this is somebody who I do feel did not recognize what you were bringing to the table. This person literally, at some point you were ignoring them, or they were ignoring you. In the second week, it's almost this energy of stability, lack of stability. Is this person going to bring the same energy that they did, or, is it going to be successful? There's all this energy of ups and downs, and that looks to me like that could possibly be the conflict that you're having in your head, but it could also be conflict with this person. I'm not necessarily seeing conflict with them, though. What I am seeing is that you are releasing and letting go. You're letting go of some grudges from the past in order to move forward. Now, you will speak your truth, but you're also going to be cooperative here. I do feel like this is somebody that you have a renewal with, and it looks like it's physical as well as emotional. And I do feel like you both may have learned a lot from the past. And so there's this idea of love coming back around. In the second week, I see you kind of dropping those, any kind of grudges that you may have had for mistreatment of the past, being able to move forward. However, I also feel like there's something that is going to hit you wrong in that second week. You're going to feel like this person is not as attentive as they need to be. You're going to be wondering if this can actually be successful after all the pain. It looks like there was some third-party energy that was here. And so by the middle of the month, I feel like there's something that's going to happen that's going to cause you to feel very hurt. This person from your past could still be seeing someone else. There's possible third-party energy, and if not that, then it's sharp words that are said that is going to create, heartbreak, pain, a feeling of, I need to move on from this. It's not going to work out. I need to let this person go. Because see, you let your guard down with this person. You let your guard down. You kind of opened yourself back up, feeling that the both of you had learned the lessons from the past. But by mid-month, there is something here that's causing you to feel pain, something that's causing you to feel hurt. And so there's this energy of, no, I'm moving forward. I'm just going to have to move forward with my life. This is too painful. In the third week, I do see you speaking a truth. There could be an argument. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, possibly a Cancer energy, but you don't have to be. I see that there's going to be a truth spoken in the third week. And that has to do with commitment, stability, working things out, being able to work together cooperatively. There's a feeling here that this person has a soul contract or a physical contract with you. For some of you, you're still married to this person. I am seeing that there is some sort of a truth that is spoken, and I feel like you're also in the third week pouring yourself into work, into your own stability here. In the fourth week, I feel like there's a cooperative energy. So in the third week, it's like you're expressing your needs here. In the fourth week, and you're being very blunt, very honest about it. It comes on the heels of some kind of painful experience that makes you pull away mid-month. But by the end of the month, I see you working things out with this person. I feel like there's a lot that you have grown and learned in this experience. And I feel like you're tired. You're definitely tired. You feel a bit worn down, but you're tired of, carrying the weight yourself as well. And there's an energy here of feeling that the two of you together can move further than you on your own. And you want to turn the page. You want to bring this back together. There's also a sense here that this was, divinely orchestrated to work through these things. Now, the problems are still there, but there's growth that's also there. There's some trust issues that I'm seeing as well, but I do see you working through things with somebody here, this person. Yeah, after stating what your expectations are, after stating what it is that you want, what you need, I do see things moving in a more positive direction. So let me see, show me Pisces energy. I feel like you're stepping into your power here. The Fool is major arcana for Pisces, so that's also positive. There goes that erratic energy again. So I feel like for some of you, your emotions might be kind of all over the place in the month of January, so just be aware of that. All right, so we have the Page of Cups reversed. That's that past person. That's you, taking that person out of your energy. We have the 8 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is you have a new beginning. It is not with the new person. It is, you're ending that. You're ending that in January. And there's going to be a rapid exchange back and forth with somebody that you love, but you're a little skeptical. You're keeping that lid on that cup of love. You love this person, but there's going to have to be a lot of change and rapid change in order for this new beginning to happen. So I definitely feel like you're moving towards someone here from your past. Let me see the energy coming towards you. Show me the energy coming towards Pisces, please. Gemini energy is here. Seven of Swords. Now that's the underlying energy, remember? Page of Pentacles reversed and the Magician. All right, so very strong Gemini energy. What I'm seeing here is that this is the person who is in the past that has kind of been lurking, maybe even deceiving themselves about their feelings and their emotions. This person could have been deceptive with you as well. Just be aware of that because there still is that deception that's in their energy. However, this person was watching and waiting to see, because notice in this deck, the Seven of Swords is looking at this new person and waiting for you to end something. In this deck, they were looking up at the new person and you with that new person. So I do feel like this person is manifesting you. They're manifesting clarity. They're manifesting communication. They're sneaking back into your energy, and they definitely are hoping that you are going to end something with someone new. This person could have a little bit of financial problems, but they're a good manifester. Just be careful that they don't do deceptive things in order to manifest that money, but they're definitely trying to bring you in. They don't have much to offer. They might be feeling a little bit inadequate, and there is some tricky energy with them. So just be careful of that. This person could be a bit of a manipulator. So I would be very aware. Now, that being said, they're coming in with truth and clarity. So what they're not telling you is that they're unhappy that you were with someone else and they were manifesting an end to that connection. All right, so let me see Spirit's advice. Show me Spirit's advice for Pisces. All right, we have Temperance reversed. We have Judgment. And we have the Emperor in reverse. All right, so some of you are dealing with a twin flame energy. What Spirit is saying is that healing is going to have to take place. There's been a lot of unhappiness here, and it's because healing needs to come in. Balance needs to come in, especially with regard to emotions. So continue to focus, which you are, on the healing, because there's a lot more healing that needs to take place if this situation is going to come back together. You're still not on the same page. You're vibrating high, and most likely a masculine energy is not vibrating as high as they need to be. It's because this person is feeling very judged. They still have a lot of healing to do, and right now they're currently unhappy. But if you want to, grab the rainbow, as it were, if you want to be happy, then the healing has to continue. You have to make the good judgment calls, and you have to make sure that you don't allow the situation to spin out of control. And more precisely, the masculine energy has a lot of healing to do, whether that's you, I don't think it is, but whether it's you or whether it's the other person, the masculine energy has a lot of healing to do, and in order for this reunion to come together in a happy manner, okay? All right. And make sure that you stay on top of things that are concerning you. All right, let's see your outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of January for Pisces. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. And we have the Seven of Cups. So there is still some stuck energy here. There are definitely big differences between you and this person. It's almost like you're opposites who are attracting each other. Can you offset that and be of benefit to each other, or is it going to grind against each of you? That's something that has to be worked out. I do feel that there is still some stuck energy here. The two of you are coming together, but there's things that are still need to be addressed, because you're going to have some confusion. You're going to have a little bit of confusion, and this other person is still having some bitterness or anger issues. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse, this person could be, you know, a little bitter. They may also lack action. And so I do feel like you have a lot of options here, Pisces. There's a lot of stuck energy here. You were unable to kind of move on from this person because you definitely do love them. And they are a soulmate. I am seeing twin flame or deep soulmate energy. But this person suffers from a lack of action. And you tend to get very confused in this connection. And these are the stuck energies that have to be addressed. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. This is underlying energy, and it indicates a transformation that is taking place here in a relationship that may have ended, but you were still emotionally attached to. The problems are going to be resolving. You've been carrying this weight for a long time, and now you're kind of saying, okay, I don't have to shoulder this alone. Let's work this out. And I do see that. I do see, you know, things turning out in a positive manner by the end of the month. But remember, there's all this stuck energy here. So this transformation is in process. All right. So let's pull an oracle card for you. Pulling for Pisces. All right, you have number 14, so that tells me that there are definitely changes that are occurring for you, and this card is called The Awakening. All right, let's read that. Sleep no more, soul child. The time for rest is done, and now you are awakened to action by the great golden dragon of the day, ancient friend to the kitsune. In the realms unseen by most humans, forgotten by nearly all humans, there are great dragons who stand at the edge of day's birth and death, helping all within the realm to arise and awaken to the blessings of each day. The great golden dragon within this card heralds the awakening of the day, and when this card comes to you, you know you're being called to arise and awaken to a new day within your life. You are called to awaken to your own belief and your own knowledge, to the truth of your own soul, and to rise up and embrace it all, to know your worth and your beauty, and to shine it out through the day before you. Treat this as a new time, even when it contains old stories. Wow, that's pretty relevant, as it is still a great and beautiful opportunity to take all that is within you and make the very most of everything that is. When this card comes to you, it is a reminder too that there are parts of you which are asleep or resting, dormant and underloved, underlived, and they must now be awakened. Think now, seeker, on the dreams and wishes you sent to sleep over the years. Let them now gently awaken one by one as the days before you unfold, so they come to life again, not as dreams and ideas any longer, but as events and experiences that become your life. Awaken to your power, awaken to your sleeping soul, and arise like this great dragon of the day and call out to the world that you are coming into this day fearlessly, ready to live fully and embrace the adventures of this gift called life. Woof! So some of you guys are coming into an awakening. You know, don't let it scare you. Rush right into that, because Spirit is saying now is the time. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Pisces. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Pisces, know that you are loved. Happy New Year's and namaste.